Whew. Episode 7. They are maids, not assassins. ¿Por qué no los dos? Why can't they be both? Why can't they be both? All right, episode 7. Japanese, full subtitles. Oof. And he's gonna go into shock. Tripwire? What? Oh. This is why I have trust issues. This is like the weirdest interrogation. Oof! Damn! But you gotta consider the fact that to her, he seems like some insane guy blurting out complete nonsense. She's interrogating him for information because she suspects that he's there to I don't know, assassinate her or kill someone. And he's talking about all these memories that she doesn't know anything about and asking a shit like, why do you always leave me behind? I mean, the logical conclusion would be that he's fucking insane. And he was covered in the witch's scent. Well, yeah, that could actually be a curse of some sort. But yeah, don't give too much away, because I'll have to stop reading the chat if people give too much information. This is blind, so let me figuring it out on my own. Leave that shit to me. Leave that shit to me. Well, at least he now knows who's gonna kill him. This is gonna make a very awkward introduction. Please don't do John Travolta. If there was ever a reason not to do John Travolta, it is now. And there's the PTSD. Ah, it's taking its toll. See, this is tricky, to say the least. He's already mentally exhausted from trying to figure out who's killing him. He's figured it out and now is basically fucked because it's one of the people he believed in, and, you know, so that's taken its mental toll. He's got PTSD now every time he looks at them, understandably, and now he's trying to figure out a way to get someone else on board. But what the fuck are you supposed to say? Hey, trust me on this, I died a few times, but the maids that look after your household are trying to kill me. I mean, this is... yeah. I mean, I've convinced people of some stupid shit, but I haven't been able to convince people of this level of shit. I mean, he could take the opportunity to learn some self-defense, but I still think Rem would slice and dice him like a motherfucker because, I mean, we saw how proficient she is at slicing and dicing. So, he's in a little bit of a pickle. The only thing he has going for him is, and Beatrice? Betty? Blonde Celestia? The only thing he has going for him is that she's very knowledgeable in curses and all this other shit, and she could probably give him a once-over to see if he has a curse or anything like that. If he doesn't fuck it up by insulting her continuously, because at this point, why are you making enemies? It's a very tricky situation. Me personally, I would probably just learn how to defend myself and probably find a way to beat the maid, but that's me being Slav and always going down the combat route. I'm sure you could figure out the situation if you put your head to it, but my brain doesn't think that way. My brain kills first, asks questions later, which is probably why Slavs have so many enemies. Maybe he could try to find a way to befriend them before they kill him? I mean, I'm pretty sure he tried that, and it ended with him dying in his sleep. I mean, crazy thought. Crazy thought. And this may sound crazy, but the guy is literally respawning every time he dies. Why doesn't he straight up on like the third day or the fourth day or whatever just walk up to Rem and be like, I know what you're up to, and literally have a conversation with her. Chances are she'll try to kill him, but if she does, he could just redo it and probably, you know, figure out her attack pattern and find a pattern and actually have a conversation with her. He doesn't have any balls. Well, I mean, that's a problem. I mean, that's a problem. But look at the plus side. You're literally... but that would hurt like hell. Well, what do you want? Do you want solutions, or do you want to be a little bitch about it and cry in the corner? God damn it. He literally just wants to go and cry to mommy for help. That seems to be him. You've seen him. He has no pain tolerance. Well, I'm pretty sure, like, his ability to read, he'd develop some pain tolerance. I mean, the fact that he's not passing out from shock every time he's cut is, you know, a fucking miracle on its own. But no, he's just running to Amelia, who's probably going to think he's crazy, but is stupid enough to believe him because she's an inexperienced teenager in my eyes. God damn it, anime tropes. Why do you do this? Like, seriously, in episode 1 and 2, Amelia was a boss bitch that takes zero shit from nobody. And now in episode 5 and 6, she's... well, whatever the fuck this is. I mean, what happened? Anyways. Nani? Nani? Nani?! Does time freeze or some shit when you try to tell someone? Okay, at this point, even I would shit myself. Well, it looks like it has protective measures on itself. Well, it looks like whatever he's dealing with has a defense mechanism in place. Okay, even I would shit myself if everything froze and that thing went straight for my balls. And you would too. Don't lie, anyone would fucking shit themselves. And we've got the whole depression thing going. Alright, fine. He can be depressed for the next 4 days. I will allow it. But the next time he dies, he... God damn it. This loop is fucked. Okay, you gotta respect this guy. He at least went up to the guest bedroom to say hello. He's like, at the very least, a good master of the household. I gotta give him that. I mean, dressing like Pegasus... What even are you dressing as? I don't even know. But that aside, you at the very least treat your household guests very nicely. I can respect that. I can respect that. You are a very good host. Even if you creep the shit out of me because you turn up naked when someone's taking a bath. Whatever. I'm just gonna go with it at this part. You Orochimaru motherfucker. And he's pretty chill considering this guy in the previous death said, I will be back on a white horse to be worthy of you. I mean, the guy, like, he's literally saying, I want your daughter in front of the dad. And the dad's just been super chill about it. I mean, I do not know how to process this. I do not know what is going on. You know what? Let's just watch the depression route. See, this is his trump card. Whatever's going on between him and the library that she's in, he has got to figure out what that mechanism is. That is probably his only chance to turn the game in his favor. And step one would be finding out what her favorite dessert is and bringing it every time he has a favor. Because so far, he hasn't earned himself any fucking brownie points. Can you stop pissing off the little magical girl? Wait, why couldn't she smell it before? Or did she simply not care? So she can smell it. Wait a minute, but can't the father also smell it then? Can't Amelia? Rem can smell it, she can smell it, and isn't the next most powerful person the father? And the father didn't say shit. So they're all suspicious of him. Wow. Acting all depressed might have actually saved his ass. Wait a minute, didn't Amelia first say for him to call her the Witch of Envy the first time they met? And at that point, he already had whatever this is, let's call it a curse, to keep resurrecting. Maybe she could smell it too. Or maybe it smells the more he dies, or since he mentioned the power, maybe it boosted the smell. So that could be the witch. Well, at the very least, if she's aware of it, she could probably do something about it because she's the second most powerful person in the household. She could mask it or temporarily seal it or some shit. I don't know how magic works. Come on, blonde Celestia, do something. Well, that was surprisingly an easy solution to the problem. So what's he gonna do for the next 4 days? Because everyone's already seen him, he's already met the father, and the father thinks he's some depressed asshole that stinks of witch. So his first impression is already tanked. What's he gonna do? Sleep for the next 4 days? I mean, that's a very poor use of your time. Whatever, let's just roll with it. Incoming. Man, that PTSD is really getting to him. Oof. I mean, technically he's going to be kept safe, but as soon as he leaves the library, he's going to get eviscerated regardless. The only reason she did it on the 4th day is because, I don't know, maybe she needed to get approval from her master. Or she wanted to observe him to see if he'll try to make communication with whoever he's working for. I mean, she'll just kill him on the 5th day. Uh-oh. Well, he's the only one that manages to get in and out of her room whenever he wants. Other people have to find a designated door the portal is connected to. He's just got some fucking bullshit luck. Sanity? I'm sorry, Flame Lord, but if you think this guy's gonna remain sane for the next 2 episodes, much less the entire season, I have bad news for you. If he's already having those dreams, he's fucked. He is absolutely fucked. Once you get to that point with the reoccurring nightmares, it means your subconscious is constantly thinking about it non-stop, which means you have absolutely no break. By the time it starts happening to your conscious in your day-to-day, you are fucked. PTSD is not a joke. I've met people with PTSD and I've got very mild thing for myself, given certain things, but I've met people with it. It fucks you up. And especially when you have an episode, it's fucked. It is fucked. It is absolutely terrifying. Even if you're aware that it's PTSD and what is happening is not real, you don't just snap out of it. It doesn't work like that. It's fucked. Let's not even go there. No, stay inside. And you're gonna die. Oh, he's not dead. He's gonna die in 3, 2, 1. Oh, no, okay. If she kills him now. The fuck? Huh? Oh. Did you kill her? Oh, right, the smell. Okay. I guess at this point you should just go jump out the window and land on your head. Weakness? Uh-oh. Wow, holy shit. Do a flip. His headspace must be fucked. He went from absolutely terrified and mortified of Rem to Rem is dead, which means she's not the killer that drained him. And he's not the only target. And he can't tell anyone about his ability, and who knows what else he can't do. At this point, you would have to get very comfortable with Alt F4ing to respawn. Because the only way to figure this out, well, my way, would be to brute force it by getting as much information as you can by redoing the scenario over and over. That's with the assumption that 1, you don't go absolutely batshit fucking insane. 2, whatever is doing this to you allows you to do that. 3, it doesn't have a limitation where after a certain number of deaths, you're out. At this point, he is a mouse in a maze. It's all fun and games to be stuck in a video game and an MMO, right? Until it happens, right? And I gotta admit, this is some good shit. Because it's all cool, you know, if I'm imagining and I go to my MMO World of Warcraft because that's what I played shitloads of, it's all fun and games that you're in it, you die, you just respawn and you redo it. It seems great. But imagine actually doing it. And the consequence of everyone losing their memory. This sort of discussion happened before. I think, I don't know which game or anime it was, but we talked about the consequences of being immortal when everyone around you isn't immortal. It sounds cool that you live forever, but eventually you will develop trauma of getting attached to people because you know that everyone around you will eventually die. So what will happen to you? Slowly over time, you will break down. You could say, oh, you know, but everything has an end and you should be glad that it happened. Yeah, well, you know, 12 relationships later, 20 dogs later, and, you know, 10, 20, 30 world wars later, after a little while, slowly your mind starts losing it. Eventually, everyone's got a breaking point. Something will happen that just pushes you over the edge. I like this because it's not the happy, you're the hero and everything's going your way. That's partially why I couldn't enjoy anime like Sword Art Online for as long as other people. I enjoyed season 1 and I stopped there because I knew if it keeps dragging on, I'll get bored shitless. It's a fun concept for 12, 24 episodes where you're top shit, you're the protagonist, you'll get the girl, and you beat everyone up. That's cool. But like any game that's too easy with no challenge and very little substance, you put it down after a while and you never think of it again. In this circumstance, it's flipped on its head. You're not some overpowered empowered protagonist, you're just another guy. You have infinite, chances to do something, but let's face it, you're an average guy. You're not some He-Man, you're not some, trained soldier that's accepted his mortality. You're an average dude that goes to 7-Eleven to pick up instant noodles because you don't know how to cook, right? And that's what I like about this. It's somewhat relatable. It's cringy at times, yes, but haven't we all done something really fucking cheesy and cringy once in a while? We have. We certainly fucking have. And I've told stories and stories of cringy one-liners that I've said that I deserve to be slapped for, except no one had a videotape of it. I can tell the story, and I don't mind telling an embarrassing story, but we've all been asses, we've all been cringy, and we've all done stupid shit. So, yeah, I make a little bit of fun of it, and I cringe a little bit, but I understand it. And this is it feels real, and it's different, and I like it. I like it. It's got my attention because of all these things. And of course, I could say I will deal with this situation, but I've probably got 10 years of experience on this kid. I mean, if I was back in high school and I had to go through this, I'd probably struggle too. I'd probably break down too. I'd probably lose my shit too. I probably wouldn't do a John Travolta pose, but I probably would do something as equally cringy. How old is Subaru again? I don't know. But you get my point. You get the spirit of what I'm trying to say. We've all been there. We've all done that. We've all been a bit of a carpet in our time. We've all been a little bit of a cuck in our time. We've all been a little bit, maybe if I compliment her enough, she'll like me. We've all been that guy. We just so happen to be watching that guy right now. But I will admit, it is fucking fun to watch. I'd lose my shit in this scenario. Are we at the end of the episode? No, we're not. I'm honestly surprised when we voted for this. We were expecting to hate Subaru more than you currently... We were expecting me to hate him more. I judge people less by their actions and more by their intent. If someone's malicious and cruel for the sake of being malicious and cruel, I will probably hate them. If someone's a dumb idiot because they're young and inexperienced, I won't hate them. I might cringe at them. I might judge them, but I won't hate them. Though, if you beat the shit out of a dog and put it in a furnace, hate is a mild word. The things that I would do to Dio, words cannot explain. Maybe it's good that he's immortal. It gives us plenty of time to fuck him up. I mean, the things that I would... I hate Dio. And you know why. Let's continue. Do a flip! Oof. Damn it. I thought he was actually going to let her kill him. But, I get the perfect day. He doesn't have the mental fortitude to just let someone kill him. But that's painful as fuck. Well, you got to realize that if you jump from that height, and especially if you land on your head, the pain is gone. To be honest, falling off a cliff the way he did is probably less painful than facing her wrath. What makes you think she was gonna kill him quickly? What makes you think she wasn't gonna slice and dice him into little bits? I mean, you saw the technique she used when they were at the house, and she just cut him. Imagine if his respawn point would be when he literally jumped off and just respawns and dies again and again and again. I've had that happen in a game. Yeah, it's very painful. It's very painful. It's such an awkward position to be in. They care about you, they kill you. They freak the shit out of you. They teach you how to use a knife. It's a lot. It's a lot of, that shit is dense. How do you process that? How, like, that would, I mean, even I wouldn't know how to process that. That is, oh, Straight Bet is the name of the song? Fair enough. I mean, I've been in a scenario where a girl wanted to stab me, but she was hot, so it was hot. But in this case, they outright murdered him in cold blood. But at the same time, the motivation seems to be to protect their family, so I can't exactly hold it against them if he's reeking this witch's scent. But then at the same time, Beatrice is his MVP, and he should definitely learn what her tea of choice is and what her cake of choice is, because she saved his butt. She's cool. At least he could use that knowledge of the past time loops to find a way to fix it. See, one thought that keeps coming to my mind is, what is the motivation of whoever is doing this to him, and what do they have to gain from it? I get his motivation is to not let people die and not to die and all this other stuff, but you gotta think, someone doesn't just hand out this power. Someone that's capable of granting this power isn't just going to do it for the shits and giggles. The power of read your life is interesting, but it is terrible that you can't explain how your power works. The question is, how many details of past timelines does he remember? That is another thing. That is another thing. You might... And I think Straight Bet refers to the fact that Subaru has no idea if he's going to come back when he dies. This is true. See, here's one that's really that's gonna give you a head spin. If we were thinking about this as a means of multiverse theory, where he's not actually dying, traveling back in time and respawning, what if his consciousness is simply overriding the consciousness of another person in another timeline, and things are changing in the background which he can't observe? Just because something is unobservable doesn't mean it doesn't happen, right? What is the environment that he's observing? He's observing the room where he's waking up. Things could be changing without him even noticing. You know, the number of spoons in the drawer, things that are happening in the forest, all these things could be changing. It might not even be a reset. It could literally be multiverse. And what way would he know? He wouldn't know. He wouldn't be able to know. And again, How does he even know his memories are real? Once you open that can of worms, you're gone. You're gone. You are literally going to start squiggling notes on the wall. He could be shifting timelines. Exactly. He could be shifting. As soon as you go to that, the possibilities are pretty much endless. Good luck figuring it out. Just strap in for the ride. At that point, just strap in for the ride. At that point, insanity is logical. I'm enjoying this. I'm really, really enjoying this. Let's have a quick little break and jump into episode 8. Perhaps each timeline he Maxon. What if in one timeline, but I'm going to wipe his memory of that event so he doesn't remember doing it and so he doesn't get any ideas. Because there's a defense that can be used against whatever situation he's in. It wouldn't be far-fetched at all. You don't know what you're dealing with. Resurrecting someone is one thing. Letting them go back and redo things is a completely other thing. No human can handle the amount of mental pain repeatedly. Well, it'd be pretty fucked up if this whole thing is just the test for that theory. All right. Quick little break, and we'll be right back. Do I have my Zero Escape playlist? Because it seems oddly appropriate for this. Here it is. Quick little break, guys. We'll be right back in 3 minutes with more ReZero, and then we're going to jump into Full Metal Alchemist.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.